Here's what happened, dude. So, I'm in love with a woman, and occasionally, while I'm out of town, we'll exchange videos over the internet that are sexual in nature. And I got what I can only describe, obviously I can't go into detail, I can only describe as, historically I thought that you had to like pay for this or find it on the, you couldn't like talk to your sweet baby girl about and get the, what
your BBG.
Yeah. But turns out I'll never need the internet again other than to just receive videos from my queen.
You might have hit the jackpot.
I did hit the jackpot, and I was about to hit the jackpot, if you know what I mean. I'm saying I was like, Snapchats can send in 60-second increments, and I had a time there was a video and a half left. We were 45 seconds in, 15 seconds from Happy Town. And what happened? But my telephone started ringing, and Austin Yancey popped up on my fucking caller ID.
Oh, no.
And I went... Ah! And I fucking spazzed, and I fucking ignored it, and I said, I'll call you back, I'm out of here. And then I was like, by the way, good news, not gay.
You were able to come back from it, huh?
No, that's gone forever, dude. We're not going to be able to secure that one. But what did happen was I learned that if you are around when I'm near orgasm, my penis doesn't orgasm, it goes soft.
So you're not gay?
Not at all, dude. Yeah, not even in the slightest.
Wow, I was starting to wonder.
Because I would have wondered, too. I would have been like, oh, cool, I love this guy so much. I'm sure I'll just come huge. Turns out, not at all, dude. It just shrivels me up.
Well, that's good, dude. That's good news. You might ought to update your Facebook status. Not gay.
Not gay at all. So anyway, that's something
You don't
that
post
happened.
anything for years and then just out of nowhere post from Braxton Mason. Hey, guys, not gay.
I wasn't sure earlier.
What the fuck?
So that was the craziest thing that's ever happened to me, probably. I just thought, cool. Oh, well, honestly, I thought I was going to kill you for a moment.
Dude, yeah.
I'm going to have to kill him.
I probably wouldn't have missed a beat.
At the beginning of my journey, I also got a call from another employee, and I was like, I don't ask for much. I need like 12 minutes of free time is all.
Well, once the Snapchat video downloads, you can pull your top down, press airplane mode, and then watch the video uninterrupted.
Oh, I'm going to have to airplane mode it?
Oh, yeah.
Just so I can never get a phone call?
No one can fuck with you.
Well, and if I was a grown-up, I could just ignore a phone call and keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I just spaz, dude.
Get all jammed up.
Yeah. It just brings you right back to reality.
This might be the hottest start to an episode we've ever had.
Right back to reality, and you start looking around, you see yourself, and you're like, fuck. He was probably calling me for some chore-related thing. I gotta get...
Oh, dude, it wouldn't even bug me. It could be the end of the world. I'm almost done, and then we'll sort this out.
Yeah, that's not for me. But well, my erections are elusive.
So you might still be gay. Anyways.
What? No. But did we already talk about all this stuff about how... Did I tell you about being noticed and being a celebrity? I couldn't have.
I don't think so. Where did this happen at?
Okay. Yeah, I might have told you, but not on the pod. But we went to Grandpa's house. This was the 4th of July when me and Katie took Jack for his last trip down the river. And we showed up, and this, I guess he'd be like an ex-cousin-in-law. He was like married in as a cousin.
And he still just lingers a bit.
Yeah, but it was only for a few years too, because my aunt like can't hold a relationship. So, but anyway, shout out Jared.
Okay,
and
J-Rod.
Yeah, shout out J-Rod, dude. He's gonna lose his mind probably when he hears this. So we pull up, and I go say hi to everybody because there's a big 4th of July barbecue, and then he's there, and I'm like, hey, I remember your name because I did, and I'd just seen him recently. And he goes, Jared. I was like, yeah, Jared. I was like, all right, well, we're going to go get some kayaks. We're just going to go float the river. Good to see everybody. He goes, you need some help? I was like, you've grown up, Jared. You must be really helpful. Come on, buddy. And then he's hanging out. He's helping me. He's got a good attitude. And he's treating me like we're best friends. And I'm like, I partied with you.
You could say you might be getting the red carpet treatment.
Yeah. And by the way, like when I was 20, 21, and he was like 18, and I was just married, like he'd come over to our house and party with us. And I was always like, you're young, but like, all right. And then I think when I was out of town, Kristen would party with him and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Classic Kristen.
Yeah.
But also, he's on everybody. We're all over her. But anyway, So we go about, he helps me load all this stuff up, and then we're just about to go to the river. He's still standing there smiling like we're best friends. And I was like, all right, thanks for your help, buddy. I don't know what's going on. I guess I'm like,
it's getting to a point, you know something's going on, you don't know what it is.
Well, in my head, I go, obviously, I exude this energy. I make people want to be my friend. I'm the coolest guy ever. I'm plugged into the universal life force.
And you got the power that mullet he hasn't seen, so there's a lot of things
Yes, I thought, I finally ascended. Everybody loves me.
Yeah.
And then he goes, hey, man, keep up the good work on the podcast. I love it. I listen to every one of them. I was like, oh, fuck, you're a fan. I'm a celebrity. I'll sign something for you, dude. That's my bad.
Yeah, pull your tits out. I'll autograph them right now, dude.
I've never felt cooler, dude. And Katie standing right there, and you know, this podcast hasn't been good to her or to our relationship historically. Sure. And I just looked.
But with this newfound fame, that comes. I mean, some people are not going to enjoy the fame.
True, but here's the other thing I realized though,
she might be sitting in it a little because she was against some of the pod's narrative.
Right.
And now we're starting to get fame for it. And she's already spoke her piece about it. She can't jump on board now.
We're starting to get recognized.
Yeah. She can't fucking fangirl us now. She's got to be against it.
Now, in her defense, I get it because then she meets this guy for the first time and immediately is like, oh, he's heard about how I suck dick. He's heard about... And I go, oh, I get that, I guess. But also, you listen to all those Cardi B songs. Are you proud of it or not?
If I walked into a room and I was well known for how well I munch box, I'd be like, you're welcome.
Tip your hat.
Yeah, I'd be tapping mama like, you're welcome. They all go home and bitch to their husband about that, So, you're welcome.
Tip hat.
Thank you, miss. Appreciate you noticed.
That was cool as hell, dude, being recognized as a celebrity.
Dude, that is the shit.
Dude, this lapis lazuli, we're not sure it's for me. It makes me feel so good.
It tried to leave you. You're kind of hanging on.
Yeah, so the day we recorded the podcast that I titled Lapis Lazuli, I fast forward 3 hours, I'm on the river throwing a stick for the dog, and I throw the stick, and the Lapis Lazuli comes flying off my wrist and lands in the river. And I went, well, I guess we're fucked. But I have access to eBay.
Okay.
So I ordered new Lapis Lazuli. It's like $8. It shows up. I wear it for 2 days, and then I throw a ball for the dog. Flies off my wrist, grenades, lapis lazuli everywhere.
It's trying to leave you.
I know.
Steady.
I don't know what that means because I'm all about signs from God.
I don't know. I just think the lapis lazuli ain't loving you.
I'm going to have to figure it out. It makes me feel better.
Have you tried tucking it in your ass? A little more secure place for it.
I haven't. And I'm trying to think of what your ass chakra is.
If you did that and then you sunned your taint.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the ultimate power, dude.
Because you could dude, moon glow.
You might become a superhero.
If you hit a full...
I've read a couple comics, and I'm pretty sure this is how it happens.
If you hit a full moon taint tan with the glow of the moon and charge your crystals in your anal cavity...
Dude, you're definitely a superhero. That or you might explode. I don't know. Maybe that's too much power.
That's probably what would happen. A guy like me, your heart would start beating really fast. Start sweating.
You just shoot him out. Come back!
One at a time, they start coming out like a Gatling gun or something.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah. That would be fucking awesome.
Fuck. Anyway. It sucks because I've kind of talked to you about all this stuff. I don't know how you are at pretending like you've never heard it before. But
heard what?
Okay, so you're horrible at it.
Off to a good start. What, dude? No one knows.
I don't even know if I can talk about all this, but I'll tell you. Heavy listeners, shout out Braden. Shout out Hunter.
They're on the shit. T-Bone's on it.
But a couple of the dogs were bashing on my chick the other day.
They were too.
And I'll tell you what is insane to me. Bashing on a dude's chick. That might be the gayest shit you can do.
Very insecure.
Unless, I get it if, she's a whore.
Yeah. If she was being a piece of shit.
Yeah, and your guys and your boys are like, dude, she's treating you horribly. She's a liar, whatever. It was none of that. It was not based in reality. It was like, well, I can't say it. Everybody's feelings will get hurt. But my point is, I'm trying to think of the time that I bashed on my boys' chick ever.
All right, what about you and Mason on the river?
I was mean to her face.
No, I just think it's insecure. I don't think there's any need. It's like, you ain't got to fuck her. What are you bashing on her for? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, it's tough. When I'm a comedic genius, everybody comes around. They go, I'll be funny too. No, you won't.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe they feel threatened. She's different. Dude, regular plain Jane dudes get threatened by punk rock girls.
True, that is a lot to take.
And they're not even that different as girls, but I think just regular dudes think that they like strap up and do pegging and stuff.
Right. Well,
or they practice in witchcraft.
Dude, I don't want to be gay, but that is sick as hell about me. I think it does take a pretty strong man that's learned some shit to handle
punk rock.
Yeah. Because she's just her own lady, and she's going to go on her own path, and she's going to get her own tattoos and do her own drugs.
And she has been the shit.
And make her own sleep schedule. And I just have to, which is what I want out of a lady, and I just support her. But I could see how if a guy wanted his lady to like act a certain way.
Oh, yeah.
How maybe a punk rock girl wouldn't work just so well.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, that's scary as all get out to regular dudes.
But anyway.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, okay. Here's what I didn't get. I got all this stuff.
Fucking rip through it, dog.
So I was scrolling through Snapchats that I had sent to myself for some reason.
You can send snaps to yourself?
Mm-hmm. And I have this text message saved from, I think, July of 2021. So this is 2 years ago. Is that right?
Back.
Yeah, that might be July 2021. Let's see if it'll tell me. It just says 2:13 p.m., but it wasn't like today, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, this is what that cheating whore said to me when we started dating for this 85th time. Nice. The last time we started dating, it lasted a year and a half and then all fell apart just recently. She said, I've realized how well you carry yourself lately and how in tune you are with yourself and your feelings and your self-worth. I also realized that you don't need anyone that doesn't make your life better, or you don't need anybody that doesn't treat you with a certain kind of basic human kindness. And, dude, reading that and being like, oh, 2 years ago, she was seeing this in me. And it's all culminated to being like my entire personality. I got a whole podcast based on it. I'm fucking nonstop. I got Lapis Lazuli because it's royalty and it's only kings in my circle.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And it makes me so proud that that's what I was shooting for. And then she saw it, and then also it proved true. She wasn't good enough. She had to get out of my circle. She was a fucking
100%.
Bitch. And then I just kept rolling, dude, because that is the case.
How good does that feel?
The proof's in the pudding.
You made it.
I did.
You did what you wanted to do.
And
now, not only that, on top of what she's seen then, what you've accomplished since then, and now you're quitting this fucking job in 3 wake-ups, taking a camper, and going to fucking live, dude.
I woke up sad.
Today?
Yep, and I did that thing that you're not supposed to do ever. Under any circumstances.
What'd you do?
Did
you put something in your ass?
No, I called my chick first thing in the morning.
That ain't gonna make you feel better. Mornings are for text.
But I waited until I felt better, and then I called her. I did like 2 chores, unloaded the dishwasher. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm the king, played some tunes. I'll call her now that I'm stoked up.
There you go. I seen your earphones in the Snapchat.
Yeah.
You were jamming.
Immediately went downhill, and I went, why am I calling this girl in the morning?
I don't know, but I feel like I'm tired of looking at you from the right.
I told you we might have been too close.
Well, we weren't too close. I just don't want to say I'm a big guy. Crick
Although
on top of that, I'm kind of the king of fitness right now, so that's kind of
what fitness dick in your throat?
Yours, but and boy, is it a mighty fine throat. No, dude, you're living. You're living.
Yeah, we'll circle around.
You know what you're getting ready to do that I am jealous of? It is my favorite to pack all my shit up and do a different thing in life, dude. I love that.
Oh, that's where I was going with that.
I know that Tyler's been super great to me, and so now I'm going to be here for a few years, and this is going to be a whole journey, and I'm excited for it. But I can't wait till the next time I get to do that again. Just like coming out here, being sitting in a truck and going, you know what? Fuck it, North Dakota. We're going in 4 days.
Damn. That is cool, and I do get to do that. And along with that, so what happened this morning after I had a great conversation with a girl like that's ever happened, was I just got on the internet. Oh, maybe that's what made me happy before. But anyway, I got on Reddit, RV Life subreddit, and I searched like what apps does a fella need, and then found some like camp spot apps to find camp spots. So then I got online, started just looking around at a map, looked over in Oregon, looked over in Montana, and I was like, hey, here's some camp spots. How long? It's kind of planned a trip just for fun, just fantasizing. And then I got stoked. I woke up like, fuck yeah, dude, we go.
You're gone, dude.
And I stopped planning the trip I got so far as I was like, okay, it's 650 miles. Fuck yeah. That'd take it. We could stop here on the way. Okay, 10 miles to the gallon, $4 a gallon for diesel. 612. Oh, it's like $400. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make it, actually. I'm going to have to just hunker down.
You ought to do it and then get to a point where you got to post up somewhere, find a fucking short-term CDL job, like a guy that just needs like a guy that's got a fucking backhoe that he's like, hey, I need you to go do some backhoe shit with this dump truck for a couple weeks.
Fuck yeah.
Go do some ditch work and then
just
take
run it,
your
tell
money
them
and on
out
to the
and
next
fill
truck.
back up.
The nice thing about the camper is you can break down anywhere. Your home's with you. You can just set, as long as you got a generator and enough money for gas, dude.
True.
You fire up the camper.
I know, that's
And
kind
you got fucking KD with you? Dude, you put her on $30 worth of Walmart groceries. You're in sandwiches for 2 weeks. Dude. You know what I mean?
That's fucking sick.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I love that a lot. That is the plan, kind of. Actually, there is no plan. That's the plan.
That's the best.
And we'll see. But I can't end up being stuck because there's no plan, you know?
You never will be. You got this. You're rolling on to winter. At any point, you can call Tyler and go, need an operator for 2 weeks? Fuck yeah. Oh,
Was that your wallet?
Yes, it was.
How do you
What
know?
is
How
happening?
could you tell?
Because it was where I was sitting.
Tell the listeners, I'll clean that up. Tell the listeners about all the miles you've been walking.
It's only been like, I think less than 48 hours, but like 11, I think we're at today.
Damn.
Which is fucking impressive for my fucking fat ass.
Yeah, and what is that? 48 hours?
No, you know what I will talk
40
about?
mile an hour.
It's 3 miles an hour is what I've been walking at. That's how I know that.
But not the whole time. Not for 48 hours straight.
Nope. Just for the 11 miles we've put on. Okay. But with that being said, if I'm going to talk about something, what I will talk about is this hitch. I got to bring my kids out to work with me. Shout out T-Bone. That is one of the coolest experiences I've had in my life. The only time I've taken my kids to work with me was at a job like either when I had my own construction company, I could bring them with me if it wasn't that crazy of a day. But framing, you're usually doing shit that kids can't really hang around for. And that's pretty much it. And this hitch, I realized coming back out here, I probably wouldn't go back to Southeast Idaho to live if I had my kids with me.
Yeah.
Once they get old enough, dude, we're hitting the fucking road.
We'll be anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like this setup I'm at now, like I live in a house for free via the company, and in the summer my kids could fucking live with me because no one else is there.
Right. It'd be perfect.
Yeah, it would be.
And it would take, well, I don't know.
And on top of that, setting up a fucking Xbox in the sleeper of a truck I'm working on. Dude, they're fucking living,
oh, dude, and I think they've been having the time of their life. I keep thinking about
catching frogs, seeing pump jacks. And this is their first time leaving the state.
No shit.
And they just fucking trucked with me to North Dakota.
And so proud of it. And they got all that shit memory. Oh, yeah, 10-hour drive. We're in North Dakota. Oh, I caught some frogs. I made a habitat. I think about how, like, because it's strange when you think back to your youth and maybe some trips you took or something. And there's maybe, it seems like your mind just goes, here's 5 things from this 2-week trip that I'm just going to burn in there forever. Into your memory. And I keep wondering what it is that's going to get them so that when they're 20, they'll be like, oh, yeah, and we caught some frogs and what else?
Most definitely sitting in the cab of, I know what's going to get them like hard. Dude, those two.
You know it's going to get your
They were
son,
starting
your
to fuck
hard?
around. They were starting to fuck around with the CB, and they're trying to talk. And so I was like, "No, it's breaker 19. You can ask for radio check. You can communicate with each other, whatever you're doing, and get them organized." And they sat, Wade in the passenger seat, and Gunner in the driver's seat, and talked on the radio and pretended to truck for an hour and a half.
No way,
dude. That's the shit you remember when your imagination's full swing.
Yeah.
I bet they had so much fun.
Oh, that
doing
is, and we got to experience that with your youngest. When we got to see his cool-ass imagination in play. I can't remember what he was talking about, but he said, well, yeah, wouldn't that be crazy if it just shot up real high and it went over the clouds and it went into space? Oh, yeah.
They're talking about throwing the ball, and if Ellie chased it, she'd go to space or some shit.
Yeah. And I was like, damn, that's so cool. He's just a little 5-year-old, nearly 6, and he's like, oh, she'd go so high, she'd be above the clouds and go into space.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool,
He's
dude.
a dreamer, dude.
He is a dreamer. Oh, and I called him a butterfly chaser behind his back for like 2 days, and then the next day he walks out sees a butterfly on the ground, immediately stops everything, goes and picks it up. Oh, hey, little buddy, do you need a daddy? You can't fly. I'll put you in a box.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So precious.
It has been the shit. It's so much fun.
I'm loving it. It makes me happy.
What a hoot.
I hope I'm not stealing. I hope it's okay that I'm happy that your kids are here.
No, you're not stealing at all. That's good, dude.
It makes me
Soak
so happy.
It's fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Having
shit they'll
kids around, I
fucking
think
remember.
that's part of like the it takes a village to raise a family, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Having kids around makes everybody better, I think.
It does. Because you have to be.
Yeah. Well, most people.
If you are a decent human at all, then yes, it makes you have to.
So I went. All right, so back to exchanging internet videos with a lover. I had one of myself, which that's not pleasing probably for anybody unless you love me,
Probably doesn't for her.
And I had it saved on my Snapchat memories, just right there out in the open.
Mm-hmm.
And then like 4 pictures before that, I had a VIN number for a truck that I slid on over to the Napa employee.
Yeah.
And said, there's the VIN. It's on Snapchat. Can't zoom in. And I think he just looked at it and handed my phone back. But then 2 hours later, I was looking through my phone and I went, oh, shit, he was just 2 swipes away from my erect penis.
Dude, I get a little shaky when I start showing someone a picture and they hold the phone. Now, hold on.
Yeah,
Don't you go to swiping.
I'm going to have to get a vault or something to put in.
Got to.
God, that wasn't
I don't have
good.
a single picture of myself.
Oh, really? Oh, we'll set you up. We'll take some.
But okay.
I'm a professional photographer. Right?
You got a tripod.
And we know I'm not gay now, so you can just strip naked and I'll take tons of pictures of you and it won't even be gay.
I think it's still gay.
No, I'm not gay.
No.
You tried to talk to me when I was about to come and it made my penis small.
Oh, nice.
Not even, I'm straight as hell.
I still think you could be gay. But we'll sort it. The jury's still out, okay?
Yeah, I guess get naked, I'll take pictures of you and we'll see.
See where it goes. What?
I got spined up.
You did what?
I got spined up on
You did
B-Town.
what?
All right, we don't have to talk about it.
Get spined up.
I got spined up on B-Town.
What do you
There's
mean?
some alcohol involved. Obviously.
Oh, dude, you did.
I don't know what we're allowed to say on this podcast anymore. Everybody has fucking opinions. I'm
Everything.
excited to go live somewhere else.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So I can just make a podcast for 28 people.
Did we talk about you getting drunk on the last pod? I think we might have.
We talked about me getting drunk. We didn't talk about somebody else getting drunk and me yelling at them.
Oh, shit. That's what you were talking about. Yeah, you did get a little sassy. But since you quit drinking beer, if we get drunk enough around you after 10 p.m., you'll get fussy. We've seen it. We know it's real.
I keep doing it to
I've been there. I laid on you and George once and then couldn't stand up, and you screamed at me like I was a child in front of all my coworkers that were grown men. And you're so nice all the time, I couldn't do anything but just go chug more beer. I had to go sit in my shit in the
Straight
corner
to
for
the
a
beer
second.
bong.
Fuck.
But anyway, we don't have to talk about that. It was nice, though.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, dude.
You just got spined up in general, and it's just starting. Your
Okay.
cup's spilling over the brim.
It is spilling over the brim.
Spilleth over the brim.
Did you know that some people don't think that mushrooms are entheogenic?
Well, some people aren't that smart, and that's okay.
All right, thank you. Oh, here's something cool.
That's like me walking around with people expecting them to know as much about being a mechanic as I do. Like when someone doesn't know how to do something, I go, are you fucking stupid? They're like, what the fuck? I don't do this. I heard, and I'm not going to say who this is, and it's no one that works with us or no one that anyone that works with us know, but it's someone that I know. She's dating someone, and he can't hang a fucking TV on a wall.
Oh, really?
And I said, you're considering life with this fucking guy.
Hold on. Are we talking like says I can't do it, doesn't try?
No, he said he will try.
Okay.
So I'm not really handy
did he
like
try?
that. I've never done that. No. Because she was like, well, if you don't know how to, why don't you?
Okay, that's tough.
Yeah, but getting a $3 stud finder from Walmart,
Well, that's
finding
what I mean.
2 studs in the wall and drilling 4 holes to put lag bolts in.
That's not the part that's tough. I think here's what I want to know about this guy is if he can figure it out, then it's cool. Because if you've just never done it, I get it.
They said he was willing to try.
Now, I know but is he willing to try like a couple people we know that like you might as well not try? Or is he willing to
I haven't
try?
spent enough time with him to know.
Right,
Because
because-
people around here are some go-getters.
Here's my point. I admire his honesty, but you might as well just say his full name so that he's listening. I'm just kidding. But here's a word of advice for you. When your chick says, can you hang this TV? You go, yeah, absolutely, no problem. I'll do it next weekend. And then you can watch some YouTube videos. You can call your buddies.
Yeah.
You can get everything you need. And if she asks you anything at all, you just use a bunch of words she doesn't understand. You say, 6.5 on center, 16 on center, 16 on center, stud finder, lag bolt, waffle and framing hammer. Leave me alone, bitch. But like, you don't tell her, I don't know, I'll try.
And if that doesn't
She'll
work,
hold that over your head forever.
if that doesn't work, you can call my 11-year-old and he'll come fucking do it for you. He's helped me do 10 of the motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's whatever. We're gonna have to teach these young men these men.
I think the world's failing them.
How to lie to women, because you are supposed to lie to them. They can't handle the truth.
Oh yeah,
but not all the time, and you can't do it as an asshole. It's like we talked about with me leading a cult, because I could trick everybody into doing the right thing.
Dude, you definitely.
That's what you have to do with the ladies.
Tyler's already doing it. Synergy's his cult.
Oh yeah,
dude, he's constantly tricking everyone into just like, yep, I'll stay longer. You're like, what?
Yo, dude, I don't know if I can really talk about this too much.
He laughed about that. He said something about, I tried quitting him last hitch. I said, buddy, been there. And he said, yep. And then I talked to Tyler and he made it right. I said, he does that. He's so fucking reasonable by the end of it. You feel bad that you even brought it up because he'd have just fixed it. I was like, that's how he gets us. We can't leave, dude. That. We're in.
I'm wondering if I come from a long line of cult leaders. Like if there's some genetics, some ancient ancestry. Because an older gentleman in my family was holding seminars in like the 70s. Like teaching people how to...
Is this Prison Pops?
Yeah, teaching people how to do stuff with money and teaching people stuff, like holding seminars. Mm-hmm. And then we've seen what I've done with this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Changed the world, probably.
Absolutely. Fame's crazy.
12 listeners.
Yeah. There's that one retarded ugly girl at the gas station.
Yeah, I know her.
And she fucking, how's the podcast going?
Oh, God.
I wish you wouldn't ask me that.
Yeah. We're going to have to figure
Matter
out
of fact, I wish you wouldn't talk to me when I'm in here. Here we are.
We're going to have to figure out how to pump we need more listeners, dude.
For sure.
All right.
We'll just have, here's where
You're
I'm
really
at
good
with
at getting us listeners.
I really want to get to like 100 episodes before we put any into, because you can put it somewhere that you're going to get listeners. All it takes is money, and we're made of the shit.
Yeah.
If everything we do turns to money.
Yeah.
It happens constantly. We're better than everyone.
Right.
With that being said, we need to get like 100 episodes before we start doing that. So it's just like the people that enjoy it, run with it, yes, and become lifelong fans. I need you to pause that for 1 second. She better be off that son of a bitch before you get home.
You damn Skippy, dude. And I've been thinking about this lately. Here is how I responded to it today, which is a sick move, I think. Because most of what I'm doing with this relationship is just experimenting with different tactics. God, that makes me sound like a fucking psychopath.
You should see your face right now while you're saying that.
So what I did was... she said, I think it's my period's starting, my boobs hurt, chick shit. And I said, I fucking love that. That's so cool. I love the miracle of female anatomy. Yeah, you guys are so cool. Women are the best.
That might not convince her that you're not gay. That could create more doubt. I don't know if that's exactly the play.
It's a sick move, though.
Dude, I found the most solid move that makes it so you don't have to have an opinion either way on it. Uh-huh. I'll go to the store and get your tampons and whatever else you need. Mm-hmm. That's what I can do for your period.
I love that. But it's going to require emotional support.
Nope.
You're going to be the same?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Steady hands.
You say, I got a cramp. Can you go get the kid? Yep. Mm-hmm. I can do that.
Right.
But I'm not going to go, oh my God, are you cramping? What do you need? Can I make you some soups?
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
Do you know how
I feel like shit sometimes too, and I don't go.
I get it. Do you know how many rice bags I've heated up in the microwave for bitches to put on their cramped up uteruses?
Internal or external?
External.
Cramped up uteri? Is that what you said?
Yeah, no. Anyway, I've heated up.
That's cool, but no, just get a heating pad.
And you ever been with a chick? I don't know if this is just something from a Cosmo magazine or if it's science, but I was told when I was younger that sex helps with the cramps. So I used to get period meant, ooh, daddy's getting some sex.
I don't think that I've met a girl that thought it helped with sex.
Cramps. Sex helps
yeah,
with cramps.
I don't think that's been something I've experienced.
Cool. I'm glad I got to experience it for a little while.
Yeah, that's fun. I mean, having sex on... God, this is getting foul. Yeah, I mean, having sex on a period doesn't bug me.
No, it's the best.
Is it?
It's more lubrication. And if you got some baby wipes...
Yeah, but then you got to shut the foreplay on her end down for the most part. You can still suckle at the teat.
Called the best.
No,
I said it was the best.
Dude, I love Chow Box.
Yeah, I don't mind it, but it's like...
I love it. Like, I prefer it.
Okay, but...
Like, if I could just 69 for the rest of my life, that would be plenty for me.
Now who's gay? Now
I
who's
don't think I'm gay.
If you prefer munching box...
and getting blown?
By the way, this is lubricated by God, this pussy. God came in and said, unleash the floodgates. And you're just like, cool, I don't even have to eat it first? Ah! It's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, sometimes if you're in a hurry...
I'm gonna get out of here, dude.
I'm trying to crawl all over that motherfucker.
Saying I don't have to eat it first is the funniest thing of all time, but
that's fair. I'm just gonna disagree with you. So we'll let the listeners decide. Mm-hmm. How about some feedback? You guys know the email. Go ahead and tell us who's right or who's wrong.
Email in nexttimepod.com. Do you prefer to eat pussy or have bloody sex? What the fuck are we doing, dude?
This got away from us. Anyways, what else do you got on that list of horse shit?
This is right on brand with what we're talking about.
Okay.
Shouldn't therapy be required or something? How are people going their whole life without it?
I think it should be. I think it should be required before certain things are a privilege.
I like that. What kind of things?
Marriage. You should have a relationship license. The government should just get completely involved in all aspects of our life and make therapy happen before you do anything. Like, I got to go to work, therapy first. I got to therapy first. I got to put gas in my truck, therapy. Have you called your therapist? Then we can all just live in therapy.
Well, I was just thinking about, so it's cool because the circle that's been being built lately is like, and therapy's being normalized, but everybody I love has done therapy or is doing therapy. And I was thinking, oh, my old man's done like a very small amount of therapy, like a couple sessions when he was having some problems with stuff. I think my brother's never done it. And I was thinking about these people that it's like, oh, they've lived their whole entire life. And they just raw dogged the whole thing, like never took antidepressants, never went to therapy, just like kind of fucking read a book, watched the news, drank beer, figured it out.
Now, here's what I'm going to say. Here's my opinion on therapy. I think everyone should do therapy, but if you're one of those people that thinks because you went to therapy once that you've got life figured out and you get to tell everyone else their business, you're a piece of shit.
True. That's one of the problems that comes with it, but that's probably just...
That comes with everything.
Yeah, it's just part of growth and knowing things as you start feeling like,
do you
I know
think
shit,
if we started filming the podcast, I could dump this coffee directly into my ass and it would bring more viewers?
Yeah, but we can put it on YouTube. Where could we put it? And we couldn't put it on Pornhub.
I think we could put it on Pornhub.
You think
no, because then we'd end up in the gay category.
I think we can only
Is it gay or what category would it be?
You can only put it on Pornhub if you have to come.
Well, I think a cup of hot coffee in my ass probably make me come.
Okay.
Shit, it makes me feel good enough drinking it. I can't imagine what it's like to dump it in your ass.
Cool. So I'm just going to...
Can't figure why we don't get more listeners,
I'm just going to clip that and put it on the end of the podcast.
You should. Oh, dude, that'll be hilarious.
You want to listen to it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ringtone.
That's so funny. That would be a great ringtone. Your 11-year-old son's ringtone is it Cummins or something?
It's him doing a burnout in the Cummins.
I love that.
It's the sound from that video, yeah.
Am I allowed to talk shit on your children's mother?
Yeah.
Dude. All right. We did the coolest shit ever. Shout out Cool Uncle B.
Mm-hmm.
We fucking caught 4
Which
frogs.
I will say, you have been on it. You've been fucking like maximum level uncling the shit out
That's
of
what
it
I
for
do.
4 days.
And we caught 4 frogs. We put them in a clear plastic container. We put water and rocks in there. The frogs were jumping up on the rocks. They were swimming through the water. It was beautiful. You drilled holes in it so they could breathe. Mm-hmm. We found dead flies because there's flies everywhere and put them in there so the frogs could eat. So, little 5-year-old baby boy's talking to his mom. Or both of them were talking. And, oh, we caught 4 frogs. We put them in here. It's so fun. What does the chick do immediately? Well, you better get rid of them so they don't die. You better let them live. You got to put them back. And listen, I get it, but and by the way, I might have talked to a lady about this, and she affirmed all of my beliefs. And she has the emotional bandwidth to like really dive into it and analyze it, because I don't. Because it makes me sad when I have to analyze it, because somebody's going to end up being wrong, you know?
Yeah.
But what we decided on is, like, if what happens is these 4 northern leopard spotted frogs, what are they called?
I think you got it. Northern leopard something.
Yeah, if these
I didn't give you any more. I gave you less information than you already had. Jesus Christ!
But I think it was northern leopard frog. Anyway, if the 4 of these tiny little undeveloped frogs have to die, so that this kid can learn about like building a habitat and like having something that's interesting and like teaches him about biology. He said the word habitat. His mom goes, "Where'd you learn that word?"
Yeah, but what you're doing is you're asking the woman on the other end of the phone to be intellectual.
Oh, and you can't do that all the time.
It's like in science class when you dissect shit, or they're like, "No, we better not." Like, what? No,
it's a sacrifice. I get that
learning.
it's a sacrifice.
On the same note, can we talk about where we got the 4 frogs? There's a dirty old water trough outside of our shop that catches rainwater from the gutters bird shit in. Yes. It's the only bit of water they were ever going to live in, and we captured them there. They were going to die anyway. And if they didn't die, I'd have fucking killed them.
Well, but you know what I did? And just another shout out to how cool I am. Is I went, all right, we got to get rid of them. You got to listen to your mother. Mm-hmm. And then Lil Wade boy had the best idea ever, dude. He had the perfect compromise. He's just a boy. How did he know? And he goes, I really wish I could have just kept one of them until he died just to see what would happen. Yeah, that's a fucking perfect compromise, dude. If there weren't any women involved, we could have done that.
Yeah, we could have watched all 4 of them die.
Yeah, but you got to listen to your mom. I didn't say it. I said, no, you got to listen to your mom. She said put them back. We put them back.
Yep.
But we need to stop listening.
Dude, he's got the tools.
I know. Sorry, that just got me fired up, dude.
Dude, I love it. No, that was awesome, and it's crazy. I will say,
by the way,
observing from this end, her inability to see all the things that you're talking about, the catching of it, the habitat, the learning about life, the things that were happening, as to her just like, oh, you caught frogs, let them go. She puts fucking cheese next to a fucking groundhog hole, or a gopher hole, ground squirrel hole, with fishing line around it. When they poke their head out, catches them. What do you...
Who are you? What
do you mean let them go? They're going to die. I've been with you. I've been on the roadway looking at a hillside that was full of ground squirrels, and we blew the shit out of all of them. We shot every round we had at every fucking squirrel on that hillside. Better let the frogs go. Pull its legs off. I don't give a fuck. Jesus Christ.
See what happens. See if the
he's
legs
lucky he's not a tadpole anymore. Jesus.
I do need to go on record and say, because the shit I've said on this podcast has got me in trouble. I'm not making any judgments on how people are as parents. All I'm saying is it did make me a little sad when the response wasn't, oh my God, that's so cool. Did you do this? Like fostering the creativity and the, what is it? When you explore, the exploration. Because that'll change a kid's life if you could just build them up that way all the time.
Oh, for sure.
And I went, oh, damn, she just immediately said, let him go. That's too bad.
Yeah, for sure. So here's another side to that though, is that you're getting to be fun Uncle B that does that and builds them up that way. Now, when you've had them for years and they're constantly up your ass with wanting to fuck with everything, sometimes you lose sight of the exploration.
I know, that's what's exhausting, and I don't think anybody really gets that till they are parents. So that's why that is, I think, the dividing line between everybody that has ideas on being parents and aren't parents. By the way, we'll circle around to that. You've been getting lit up nonstop, dude. It's so fun.
Holy fuck, I know.
It's so fun to watch you go through the fire a little bit and just still fucking keep packing.
Fuck yeah.
But we'll come back to that. Maybe we'll be right there because I don't remember what I was saying.
Well, here we are.
Oh, yeah. That is the dividing line between opinions on parenting. Once you're around them all the time, it starts going, oh, no, this isn't like, oh, we just love them. We can build them up all the time. Maybe you can, but to do that, it takes an insane amount of like self-love, self-discipline. Your life has to be in order if you're going to just foster everything that's good in this child. If your life's skewed even the slightest, that's when you're going to start fucking projecting on these kids and like being wayward with them because they're so needy and they're so dumb. Kids in general. And I get it, dude. It's exhausting. So I get that, and then that changes everything.
Fuck yeah.
I used to do that all the time, and then I see like friends or something that would come over, and they're like, "Oh, these kids just need some of this. We'll just love." And it's like, yeah, I get it. Anybody can do it for an afternoon. Like, just live
Oh, that's the
Just
best way
spend
to put it.
every moment with them
Yep.
for years. And eventually you go, put the fucking frog back.
Dude, you nailed it.
So I get
100%.
But it'll be fun to see. That's what's cool about your kids, though, is the way you've raised them up so far sets them up to be. It's so easy to direct and guide and build them up because there's very little resistance because they do what grown-ups say. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Whereas, and then also I got to really chill out and go, hey, Braxton, I know this is fun for you too. Let the 5-year-old run point on this and try whatever dumb shit he wants to try and see what happens. You don't have to do it right. Like, doing it right is just fucking around with it and letting him have the reins. It's so cool, dude.
Fuck yeah.
It was so cool.
And doing it the wrong way yourself it instills doing it the right way tenfold, for sure.
So that was so cool, and we love
yeah.
that. But that's a big win. Oh, yeah, but you've been just getting beat down. We've talked about your parenting a lot. Mm-hmm. But it's fun to watch people just have opinions left and right.
For sure, and I don't mind it.
And by the way, no judgment on account of, like, the whole podcast started with me getting drunk and yelling at you about your parenting.
Yeah,
So
dude,
it's
it
not-
really did. We've gone full circle
Yeah,
in 20
dude.
episodes, dude.
Like, it takes nothing for somebody to yell at you about your parenting.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
for sure.
unique
It's
style.
constant, and sometimes people talk to me about shit with my parenting that resonates. Like, I'm not against it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's just cool that you have. It's the ultimate in. Because as knowledge, as wisdom increases, so does sorrow. So it's the ultimate in, like, I have thoroughly investigated this and built for myself a system that I think is in alignment with my values. That's our best shot at, like, raising good kids. And I'm going to stick to that regardless because I know, like, the foundation of this whole process and why I'm doing it this way.
For sure.
So when people come in with other ideas, that's the ultimate in, no, I know what the fuck I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Mm-hmm. Thank you for your opinions.
For sure.
But, like, this is the foundational level. So if you're not here with me, all this other stuff that moves up the ladder about how I talk to them or what I let them do or whatever,
For sure.
you lost me there. You know, you got to go back down to the foundational thing.
100%. And for me, it's, and I get, for a lot of people, it's probably harder if they're not with their kids. Like, a shitload, like, because I see some dads have, like, every other weekend and shit like that, and it can be harder to feel like you're doing the right thing parenting. But I have them all the time when I'm not working. Granted, I'll get a babysitter here and there, whatever. But I have them a fuckload. Every chance I get, I have those fucking boys. And their mothers call me when they're out of pocket for the discipline, for the lining them out, for, like, a ton of shit. Like, I have 11 years experience in one, and in 3 days, 6 years experience on another. So when people come in and start telling me about it, I'm like, you know how long a fucking year is?
Yeah, dude.
I got a mess of them. You know what I mean? We're packing on fucking 17 years of doing this parent shit.
We're cruising right
Like,
to 2
I've got a
decades.
good idea what works and what doesn't. Should I be so much of a strict fucker? No, but that's who I am. So what the fuck? If you change to make yourself soft, what the fuck are you doing for the kids?
Well,
because the fact of the matter is I'm running a shop here in this town, and someone's kid's gonna fucking work under me one day, and they shouldn't think that there isn't people like me out here that say, "Hey, fucker, quit."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, here's the other thing that's way cool about it because you don't really let your kids do anything that makes you dislike them. And what's cool about that is it keeps you in a good enough headspace to be a good dad all the time.
Fuck yeah.
Whereas if you let them run wild and start beating you down, then you start fucking...
You start resenting them.
Yeah, and biting back and being mean or whatever. And then that'll fuck a kid up way worse than just saying, hey, knock that off. I don't like it when you do that. Yes,
yeah.
sir. Dude, it fucking kills me. It's so cool.
It is the shit. We've worked hard on that. That was one thing that I've always, since they were little, is not all the time. Like, if we're just talking or chatting on the couch, not yes, sir. But if I get stern and there's a little bit of a disagreement in the way we're operating as a unit, yes, sir. Just like, hey, I run this ship. I'll decide our behavior. Yeah. We'll go from there. I'm not asking you to be a different kid. Just if you're doing something that I'm not cool with,
and
you better hit me with a yes, sir on the end of it.
Like you were saying earlier, it's so perfect for a kid because that's what they need is that structure and discipline. They need, like, very clear lines. Because you see kids, all they do is, like, see how far they can push the boundaries, and then they just watch a grown-up, like, as they, pull on a dog's ear.
For sure.
And they just watch the grown-up and the dog to, like, see if anybody's going to get pissed and how hard they can pull on this dog's ear. But you don't like wait for any boundaries to be pushed. You said they're very clear.
Uh-huh.
You go, hey, we don't do that. This is why.
Which I think at the end of the day is easier on the child.
It's so much easier.
Because
they don't ever have to. They're not ever in the no man's land of like.
Even in my family, like I see kids around me all the time. All great kids, but like that are shits that don't listen, that interrupt, that are fucking just rude, naughty fucking kids. And it's like, where do you think that changes? So say that I lived that way with my children. Where does that change? Do you think that if you start when they're babies and let them behave in that manner all the way through their youth, when's the change?
Yeah, they turn 18, move out, and all of a sudden they're respectful.
Like, oh, shit. Yeah, or that it's going to be easier in those teenage years to set the fucking boundaries. Like, you're just making it harder on yourself. Uh-huh. You know what I mean?
Well,
we've had clear lines out the fucking gate. It's stayed that way the whole time, and it always will. And when the grandkids come in, I'll be a little sweeter, but they're going to have fucking... We don't fucking do that.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's the best. And then also, if you tighten it up in their youth like you've done, and then as they get to their teenage years... What's going to happen if everything goes according to plan is you'll like loosen the reins on them a little bit,
100%.
Which is what's supposed to happen
because they'll have the tools.
Yeah, the opposite side of that I think is like your kids just run the household for the first 5 years of their life, and then you start kind of cracking down as they become toddler, like 6, 7 young kids, because they start to get into trouble, and then by the time they're teenagers, it's like all you've done is impose more and more restrictions over the years, which is just going to feel smothering. This is all, and I didn't read this in a book. I'm making this up. But I could see how your plan of like tight restrictions and slowly loosening them as they get older would be so freeing versus the opposite of just
letting them be a shit for 10 fucking years and then trying to get them to behave. Here's what I'll say. Here's 2 things I think, because there's people that are going to hear this that are going to go that I'm the fucking disciplined fucking Nazi and I'm just hard on my kids and shit. Here's 2 things. If you take away my cuss words, because for regular people, that makes them uncomfortable, good for you. That's not how I fucking talk.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry. You talk however you want in your house. If you took away the swear words, one, it would completely change most people's views that are like, he's a little hard on his kids. Oh, because I say fuck. Shut the fuck up. Okay, there's way harder things in the world. You know, people get raped and molested and shit. Shut the fuck up about how I talk, first of all. I don't look at my kids and go, you little motherfucking cunt, you cocksucking fucker, you fuck at it. Like, yeah, I cuss when I talk. Fuck you. Second, I don't do anything out of an emotion that does not have an explanation. I can explain if I got mad at you, I will explain exactly why I got upset, why I'm upset that I've had to say it 3 times, or the problem in the long term that it's going to cause you if I don't curb this now, because it's my responsibility that by the time you're 18, I've gave you every tool I possibly could with the knowledge I had at the time to get as far as you can in your life and be further ahead than me.
Yeah.
And if there's something you think is wrong with that, I'd love to let your kids and mine hang out and see who's fucking listens better.
Yeah.
Douchebags.
We could just swap kids for 2 weeks and then we'll...
Yeah, and that's not like I said family earlier. I'm not talking about like my siblings and shit, not like that. Or anyone in general. I'm talking about I've got people in my life or people that I see, kids in stores, the screaming, the shit, like...
Yeah.
I know what the fuck my kids are turning out to be, so go ahead and tell me what's wrong with my fucking parenting.
That's my favorite part.
The proof's in the fucking pudding.
Exactly. That's my favorite part is that it is... And there's nothing that feels better, I don't think. And I've only got to experience this a little bit over the last like year and a half. It's kind of what we were talking about with that old text message I had. Is there's nothing more freeing than like, oh, hey, I've stumbled onto the truth. I know what it is. I'm glad you guys all have opinions about what the truth is and what I've discovered. That's cool. But I'm going to have to live in this truth because I've seen it. And I don't have another option. Like to turn away and listen to your retarded advice and to turn away from this truth that I've uncovered would be a disservice to
spineless.
The universe. It would be spineless, dude. That's what it is. It's so fun to see.
I can't just be a cup of water and pour into everyone's glass. I know what's working over here, and I'm going to stick with that.
Yeah, dude. It's so cool. So that stokes me up and makes me want to freaking have 1,000 kids.
You should.
I said...
You should start tomorrow.
Can I tell you, I would like to read you some messages that I laughed yesterday and said, God, I'm so funny. And you said, keep telling
One thing I'm going to add to the parenting thing, I tell my kids I love you more times than anyone I fucking know. I tell them I love you constantly and make sure they know it. And we don't enter or leave a room without fucking hugging each other and sharing I love yous. Yeah. There's no mistake in my house that I love them and I'm doing everything out of love.
Yeah.
But if you're not hard and that's your thing, good on you. Love it for you. But I'm a hard motherfucker and that's how we're doing shit in our house.
Yeah. I think your boys are going to be
Your little prissy fucking kids that didn't
armored
listen
up.
and got knocked up in high school, they're going to need gas to get from Maverick, and someone's going to have to get that out of the oil field and deliver it to them. So you're fucking welcome.
Oh, here's about the frog thing. She says, the knowledge a child can build by keep watching after small insignificant animals in a way that simulates the outdoors, small scale, small term, that's good. Mm-hmm. And I said, if those 4 frogs have to sacrifice their life to build a better Wade, I say it's blood well shed.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Dude, I fucking love that.
Plus, he even had the perfect idea I had to shut down. He said, I wish I could have kept just one till he died to see what happened. I said, he's perfect. It makes me baby hungry. Put a baby in me. What? And I thought that was funny. She said she would put a baby in me.
Dude, that's nice. You're going to have a baby.
Well, and then I got to thinking about
how she would put the baby in
I
you?
just had a mental image of her lubing a baby up. No, anyway. Sorry about that. What are we talking about? Oh, yeah. The miracle that is the female anatomy. No, I'm just kidding. Dude, the only bad reviews we've gotten for any podcast ever, Trivia Night. Nobody likes Trivia Night, dude.
It wasn't a good one.
We knew it
was
the
fun
best.
for us, but it wasn't.
You want to know
a
what my
hit.
favorite part about it is?
What?
I got some advice. I'm not going to name any names. I got some advice that said, oh, this is going to be great. That's good. I've been thinking you need some more structure.
Now I'm just going to ask one question.
Who's the
and I
professional
only
podcaster?
want the answer to this one question. Did this advice come from a male or female? That's all I want to know. And that's not for the podcast or listeners. That's for me.
That's
I'm
for
just
you.
trying to build my own information, much like we talked about with the parenting. You know, I'm trying to lock this down so I know in the future.
Listen, it was a strong, independent woman. That's what.
Okay. All right. Now, I was suspicious, you know. I wondered.
So anyway, it turns out I'm the professional podcaster. I'll run point on that. Don't worry. And another thing, dude. Yo, do you remember how somebody said to us the other day, oh, yeah, it's just talking. Yep.
Motherfucker.
It's just talking.
Motherfucker.
This will be, I think, our 21st episode or our 20th episode. Hey, here's 21 hours of free content, fuckers. It keeps you fucking laughing. Keegan's up there flying a goddamn plane. We're making him laugh his fucking ass off. You think we just sit here and chat and it's just all magic? No, we're fucking professionals.
Dude, you know what we could do? We could get these mics hot and we could let 2 guys sit down with it and go, it's just talk. Dude,
Yep.
H&B. We could sit them at this table and say, we're going to leave for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Just talk.
Do you guys just want to talk?
Then we'll make one episode on Spotify that isn't on our podcast. We'll distribute it to all the boys, and then you can get those reviews, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, dude.
You're going to have a pissed off group of coworkers. What you're going to have? They're going to go, God damn, remember that time you sucked for 2 hours? Fucking weenie.
We just come in and bring heat every time, dude.
Yeah. And it might sound like we're just talking. You know how long it took to get comfortable just talking into a microphone and thinking the whole time that this is stuff everyone's going to hear? We're not just talking like we regularly talk. We're trying to think of stuff that people are going to hear that we're okay with also trying to send a message that we want to represent us as we're putting it into this. If you think that's just talking, you fucking sack.
Yeah, I'll tell you what you can do if you think that's just talking.
Shove this microphone up your ass and I'll talk into the other.
Oh, cool. Okay, I love that. That's way better than anything I was going to come up with. So my sweet baby angel went to, this is so fun because she hates everything that is Southeast Idaho. She, you know, all that stuff. The night she had last night was she went to her friend's house. And her friends, if I remember right, it's not the number street. They live in a neighborhood though, you know?
Uh-huh.
And, over there by the Ball Diamond or whatever. Anyway, they put a slack line up in the front yard. They grilled. They had drinks. They rode bicycles to Applebee's. They had a nightcap. They rode bicycles back. She said she had the time of her life. And I said, hey, I just want you to know.
So you mean she had a regular Southeast Idaho night?
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
She's like shocked by it. And I was like, that's just, some people like that so much, that's all, they'll just move there and they'll do that for the rest of their life because it's sick.
Yeah, they won't have 4-wheelers, boats, nothing.
Yeah, and that's
They'll
okay.
look forward to just like Friday and Saturday barbecue beer drinking with a fellow neighbor on a slack line.
Right. No, but oh yeah, she said like a 9-year-old neighborhood girl came over and started hitting it and was like playing cornhole with them. It's our favorite thing ever, dude. Just community and shit.
Fuck yeah.
And so now, by the way, no judgment. I'm on board with experience everything life has to offer, obviously. Like, if all you do your whole life is just hit a slack line, grill some burgers, and go to Applebee's, you're missing out on a lot of what this game...
Yeah, try it Chili's. Jesus Christ. Have you been to a Sizzler? Fuck's sake.
But it's still fucking funny to be like, oh, you realize that that's why I'm still here. That shit. Like, that's what we live for. It's okay to experience that and not hate it.
For sure.
And you know what's so cool? Fuck, dude. Fuck. I'm going to have to delete the whole episode. But I keep getting reminded because I didn't know going into a relationship all these insecurities I have, and they've all come out, you know, and like kind of ruled me more than I thought they would. For and sure. I obviously I've champed it all. I've been amazing. But turns out that there is some insecurity inside of me. And it comes up, and I'm getting to see over time that I do have the tools. I have done the work. Because that insecurity comes up, and now I handle it so good. I'm like, hey, that made me kind of sad. I love you. You're the best. I'm going to go fucking weed whip so I can be happy again. Then I'm fine. Because this isn't your fault. Yeah. Like, my emotions are not your responsibility. You know
Dude,
what I mean?
That is the key. That is the key to dealing with any insecurity that I think people miss. And no matter how you want to voice it or how you want to view it or what you say you gain from therapy, all you're doing when you defeat the insecurities is just meeting them head on and going, I'm going to sort this out right now, exactly how I feel about it. Instead of falling into the thought of, oh, well, maybe, I guess it
treating
could.
It like it's true.
Yeah.
That insecurity comes and you just go, fuck, that's true. I am a piece of shit.
I need to sort this feeling out quick. I'm going to get done with it, and then I'm going to do something that makes me feel good. Then you put it behind you.
And that's the cool thing about the work I've done. Oh, that makes me want to suck a dick. Jesus Christ. But God damn. No. But that's the cool thing about the work I've done is I can like have those emotions now, and they pop up and they make me uncomfortable. But I don't have to like fucking dissect them or break them down or see. I just go, oh, I know this emotion, and I know how I can like just get over it without it wrecking me.
Yep.
And it's the idea of like, oh yeah, these emotions aren't in charge. They're not me. That's not the final say on who I am. It's just an unpleasant thing I'm experiencing that I can change if I go weed whip.
And like riding a bike, you'll always have that now.
Yeah.
That's lifelong, dude. You'll have that for the rest of your life. You can control that.
It is like riding a bike.
Yeah, unless, I mean, like if you get strung out on heroin or crystal meth or something or opiates, you're probably going to struggle coming back. You know, you might have to reset and go through some therapy and shit again. But so long as you don't completely fall off, you'd be fine.
I didn't get to talk about this on the pod, I hope. But the mic drop moment I had when she went, yeah, but you're like at the start of your therapy journey. And I said, oh, I wasn't clear enough. I've been in therapy for like 4 fucking years, dude. Regular, steady. What? Yeah. And then she goes, oh, really? I didn't know. And it's like, did you think that I started therapy a week ago and this is like the magic revelations I've had? You know
the week before you met her, you started?
Like, dude, we've been building this fucking thought process, these ideas for fucking years.
Fuck yeah.
Just reading Codependent No More by Melanie Beadle and going to therapy.
That's fucking
What
dope.
are you talking about? Whatever, dude.
Shit is wild.
Sorry, thanks for letting me yell about that.
No, go ahead. You can keep yelling all you want.
How far into this podcast do you think we are?
38.
58.
No shit.
I'm telling you, dude, we fucking slay.
We cracked the code, dude.
And I don't even think we got to edit that much stuff out of here. Also, I'm done editing.
Yeah, I don't think we have to. I think we're getting to a place where we can just not say things that need edited.
I think you're right.
We can control ourselves on a fucking name if we don't think it should be in the pod. We're 20 fucking episodes in.
Thank you. I think you're right. We're getting so fucking good at this.
Dude, it's going to be the best. By like episode fucking 300, it's going to be nuts, dude. We're going to have a whole fan base. It's going to have something. There's going to be guests. We might be friends with other people that podcast, and we're in a whole fucking community of this shit.
Dude.
I was fucking watching like episode 400 of a podcast yesterday, and I was like, holy shit, like in 5 years, this is going to be a completely different thing. This isn't just me and you sitting at the table. Like, it's going to have a premise. It's going to be a whole fucking thing, dude. And we're going to be doing it with other people that have done a shitload of it.
I love that you're a dreamer, number one.
Yeah, it's my favorite. Catch them butterflies, Wade. Because one day they're going to leave and you're going to be sad, dude. You're like, fuck, all I get to do is just work and not dream.
I'd love to talk about the future of the podcast because it is going so well. Mm-hmm. But also, it was so funny yesterday. You go, God damn, that's too bad that little Wade boy is such a dreamer. That sucks. His 20s are just going to fucking rock him.
Yeah, dude. Just because I was there, dude. I get it.
Oh, I get it.
Dude, I thought I had the world by the scrotum. All I've ever done is dream.
Oh, man. You know what I haven't returned to in my head for a long time?
What?
Because I beat myself up and try to have sympathy for my 18, 19-year-old self and everything he did wrong. Uh-huh. But what he was doing right, it was just a little misguided. The dreaming I did back then, it was all, dude, my life was consumed by, I'm going to find love. I'm going to be the best husband in the world. I'm going to raise a family. Like, I'm going to fucking just fill this home full of love. I just had no idea how because I was retarded.
Yeah.
But it is cool that was my dream the whole time.
Yeah, and here you are.
I took the long way around it because I had to recalibrate a couple
I think
times.
that's how it works when you're dreaming. I think sometimes it takes the long way
Mm-hmm.
around.
So Jordan Peterson talks about this. Picture it as like, so if it's just a big white plane, like picture a sheet of paper for our listeners because most of them probably don't know what the word plane means. Keegan's like, I fly one of those. No. But picture a sheet of white paper. And like, so if you're in the bottom left and your goal you think is at the top right or something, then you aim for it. Just aim for it and shoot. And maybe you'll fucking miss. But you'll get closer to it. And then maybe you'll just readjust, and maybe you'll overshoot it. But eventually, you're gonna fucking end up circling it and getting closer and getting to your goal. Yeah, and that's okay because that's how the journey goes. You don't set a goal and just go achieve it immediately. You might have to circle it a little bit. And that's what I've done. I've had to recalibrate and reorient a couple times, but like I'm closer than I've ever. Well, I'm actually in it. I'm not. I'm in.
You're in it.
This thing that is building love, dude.
And I think you guys have the tools to go the distance.
That'll be
neither of you fall off the wagon.
That'll be interesting to see. Because it is an opportunity to have the relationship that I've, like...
dreamed of?
Yeah, and always looked at other people and went, damn, I don't want that. You know, I've never seen it before where it actually...
Dude, I'm living in that so much right now. I'm literally holding out for whatever it's supposed to be. But it's going to have to be some next level shit. Because if it's not, I'm not fucking...
You think so?
I'm not doing that shit. I'm not going to be in a relationship just to not be alone at night and enjoy a couple things. I'm not fucking doing it.
I wonder if we should pause and go to Patreon. I want to talk like a podcaster so bad. I have a question about you about that. Or a question for you. Say it again, sorry.
Oh, just the next relationship I'm going to have.
Out. I don't know about... I'm wondering about this.
Okay.
This is something everybody wonders about. So, there's just a huge cock standing out there. You see that big black cock?
I'll be goddamn.
Yeah, dude.
I thought you were making a joke. That's a black cock, dude.
Yeah, a big one.
You would notice a black cock and wreck the pod.
Fuck, maybe I am
After
gay.
starting the fucking episode is not gay.
Fuck.
Gay
I
bitch.
am gay. Okay, we should not do the thing where we pour coffee in your ass, dude. I'd get hard as hell.
Fuck yeah.
I kind of also wonder this. God, I don't know, man. So I'm just guessing, but there's something in me that's like, okay, so here's this relationship that I'm building that like has all these things I want in a relationship. I know we can communicate on this level that like I need out of a woman.
Yes.
That most people I can't connect with, you know, on this level, but the people that are close to me, I can. So I have it in this relationship. It's awesome. And then I think, obviously, there's all this stuff that's like just weird relationship clash and bullshit where you kind of want to change the other person. They kind of want to change you. You want everybody to like be the same. And I'm being responsible about it, and I'm handling it very well. That part where it's like, no, this is just an individual that gets to live her life. You get to support her.
For sure.
End of story. How do I say it? It's that idea of like, I think that no matter what you do, if you find a woman, whatever, like you're going to be settling, you're going to be making compromises, and not settling in a bad way. But you know, you're going to be choosing just one.
100%.
And there's a billion other women.
There's going to be shit you have to deal with.
Any one of them could be better. You don't know.
For sure.
But what am I saying? Maybe you just need a list of the shit you need in a woman.
100%. Now, I love that you said that because what I was going to go to next is, and part of what I'm saying with holding out is I'm holding out on me too. Mm-hmm. I know that I'm not the best version of myself. Mm-hmm. I know there's a lot of things in my life I'm trying to change that I haven't changed yet. And if I find a woman that's attracted to me in the state that I'm in, it's probably not going to be the one that's going to help me get to the place that I know I have to end up. And I think I might just be wasting time when I find a girl that's like, and not talking shit to any of the exes that listen to the pod, the ones that only took up 6 months to a year of my time, because it just paused me and I wasn't continuing to where I was supposed to be going.
Right. Oh, that is kind of exactly what happened.
For sure.
So here's what I think. Here's where the therapist brain comes in, or the books I've read. Because that sounds like the plan is, like you're saying, to put yourself in a position where you're strong enough to not get put on pause. And then that weeds out all the women that aren't the right fit for you.
I think we're in that. I think we are in the very early stages.
Yeah, I think so too. And so that'll
because there's been opportunities that in the past I would have taken. That checked all the boxes just like it did in the past. I'm physically attracted to you. You have a sweet voice. You have some good morals. We have a bunch of things that I think are like, fuck it, let's move in together and see where it goes. You know, and I've shut those down every time. Like, I see one thing that I'm like, that wouldn't work for me in the long term. And I don't think it's like just being picky and picking out one thing that I can find wrong. It's only picking out things I've seen in the past that are like, in 8 months, that'll be a problem for me, and I'm not going to be happy.
You kind of know
here.
What deal breakers look like because you've done a lot of dating.
Yes.
It's tough, though, because or maybe you do know, but I feel like a lot of times you never know if that's like a defense mechanism that you're building up to keep people from...
That's the fight. That's the fight. But at the end of the day, if you trust yourself and know you have the tools and you really sit down with it and sort it out,
then that sort of brings...
for sure.
Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you.
Let go and let God, I always say.
Exactly. Jesus, take the wheel.
Yep. Standing in a church makes me no more Christian than standing in a garage makes me a car.
That's right, dude. I want to do a Mark Norman word association with any one of those words, but I don't know.
Church, we're doing it.
What is it? Makes you a car. I don't know. Anyway, does that do it?
Yeah, I think so.
Thanks for listening to our podcast.
Yeah, and then we'll leave enough on the... we're good.
Sorry it's not 12 hours long. I know you guys would love to listen for...
Yeah, it's just us talking, Braden, so... Sorry, it can be just us talking for longer.
What'd Matt McCusker say? This was the old days. I'm stealing a bit entirely. But I think he used to say, like, oh, yeah, dude, your fucking ear pussies are going to get so wet when you hear this.
Oh, dude, I love it. I love it. And then it's going to follow up with that clip you're going to end it with.
Ah, that's right, dude.
It's all sex.
I love that. I guess that'll do it. I was hoping to really fucking strike some comedy gold, but we'll get them next time.
Do something good. Do something. Make yourself proud. Do something kick-ass. Quit being a bunch of losers listening to this shitty podcast. Just kidding.
All right, peace.
I think a cup of hot coffee in my ass probably make me come.
Okay.
Shit, it makes me feel good enough drinking it. I can't imagine what it's like to dump it in your ass.